Hey up, how are we doing? I don't know if anybody else has moments where you look at yourself and think, what the hell am I doing? You know, when you just stop and take a step back. I've just had one of those moments. It's just gone 8 o'clock on a Sunday morning and I'm just heading up to the woods to test some toilet shovels. So it's either going to be a really informative video packed full of, you know, consumer advice and things like that, or I've just totally lost the plot in lockdown. We'll see how we get on. So if you subscribe to the channel or you've seen any of my other videos, you'll be used to listening to me talking crap. If this is the first of my videos that you've seen, I'd probably suggest that you go and watch another one or two and then come back to this one, because honestly this is not all I talk about. So I've got 4 different shovels that I'm going to run through and test. The ground's a little bit frozen this morning, so we'll see how we get on, but you know, bringing the realism to you. Right, I'll get up to the woods and I'll catch you there.
Once more into the fire, once more into the burning flames, once more into the fray. But I swear we're gonna be okay.
So just while I'm heading up there, I think it's important that we talk about the rules of engagement. There's only a couple of rules, but I don't know if it's just a sign of the friends that I hang around with or if it's a more general thing. But the one question you get asked more than any when you say that you enjoy wild camping and backpacking and stuff like that is, what do you do if you need the toilet? Just making sure nobody's listening. What a weirdo. Sorry, I was just in full flow then and a bloody joggist came flying past me. I'm not ready for talking to the camera when there's other people around yet. Where was I? A sheep over there, look. Sorry, right, yeah. So rules of engagement. First one is make sure you do your business at least 50 meters away from any water source. Second rule is dig a hole at least 6 inches deep to do your business in. And third and final rule is don't bury your toilet paper or wipes or whatever you use. Only bury your treasure. Take any paper or anything like that away with you, put it in with the rest of your rubbish. And a couple of other little tips. What I'd recommend is if you're camping, when you found your pitch and pitched your tent and got set up, go and find a place and dig yourself a hole ready, because you don't want to get caught short and you don't want to, you know, have to be looking for somewhere and then digging a hole when nature calls. And the other top tip is, if you're worried about getting caught when you're doing your business, sing jingle bells at the top of your voice while you're doing it. And that not only lets people know that there's somebody there, somebody in that area. If you're singing jingle bells in the middle of summer, it lets them know that you're an absolute nutter and they'll stay away. And even more so if they catch you at the bit between singing jingle bells and then singing happy birthday as you're washing your hands. It's, you know, they'll be running for the hills. Right, we're nearly there, so I'll see you shortly. So here we are, back in the woods. I'm going to find somewhere to set the camera up and then I'll give you an overview of the 4 truffle shuffles I brought with me. Right, so let me give you an overview of what I've got. So this first one, I'm calling the Beast. It's about 330 grams. Comes with a bag. So I'm getting attacked by branches. Yeah. It's a real kind of heavy duty shovel. This bit of the handle screws off. And then it folds up for storage, so it's quite small to carry. There's a little compass on the end of the handle, which could be useful. It's got a rubber grip on it. The shovel bit itself has got a bottle opener and then a serrated edge on one side. And there's also this kind of pickaxey bit on it as well, so you can chop and change those around. So that's the biggest, heaviest one. Probably one that you'd use if you weren't hiking very far or you're going on a camping trip with a group of you. It'd come in quite handy. So this next one is one that I've seen quite a few people use and talk about. It's a bright orange plastic one. It's 50 grams, so it's really light. It is quite large, but it's thin, so you could just shove it down the side of your bag and easily fit it in there. You see quite a few people using these, so if you see a random person walking through the woods with a bit of bright orange plastic, you know what they're up to. So this next one is a folding shovel. So it's stainless steel, folds in on itself. This is 90 grams. It's a lot smaller than the other two that you've just seen. It fits inside this little pouch with a belt clip on it. And then the last one is this really small aluminium one. So this is only 20 grams, but it's tiny, so we'll see how we get on with that. Right, so I'm going to attempt to dig a 6-inch hole with each of these and we'll see how we get on. Okay, so as expected, the big beast took about 20 seconds. That's good going. Right, so I'll go with this one. So that one was quite surprising, I think. So it's only plastic, I don't know, for how light it is, it's really strong. Probably took about the same amount of time as the beast. But obviously there's not a lot else you can do with that other than dig a little hole. All right, next up is a little folding one. So pretty close. I'll have to check the footage back, I think, between this one and the orange one that I just used. This one's almost twice as heavy, but it does pack down smaller, so there's a decision to be made there about what you prioritise. And then finally, the little aluminium one. Smallest and by far the lightest. Let's see how we get on. So yeah, as expected really, that one was the hardest, probably twice as long as the orange one and the folding stainless steel. But as I say, it's by far the smallest and lightest. It digs into your hand as well because there's no grip on it and there's nothing to stop the metal there, so you definitely need gloves or something on. Right, I'll get these filled back in. Right, let me just show you. So the holes are all filled back in and I've recovered it all with the leaves. So I'm just going to grab a cup of tea now, I think. I've earned it. So I guess I need to come to some sort of conclusion really, don't I? So straight away, if I was going on a multi-day camp somewhere in some woods or, you know, not hiking very far, or with a group of you, I'd just take the big one because it'd be so useful for sort of, you know, other things than going to the toilet, chopping branches or levering logs up or whatever you might need. So definitely take that one. For an overnight wild camp, it's a toss-up really between the orange plastic one and the folding stainless steel one. I have been taking the orange plastic one, to be honest, because it's lighter, and as I said, it just slides down the side of my rucksack. I don't even know it's there. Oh, it's not happening today. Literally had it on there yesterday. So I'll leave links to all 4 of those in the description below. Drop me a comment if there's other things that you use that are better, whether they're cheaper, lighter or easy to use. Let me know. If you've made it this far, you might as well give me a thumbs up, seeing as you've just watched me ramble on about toilet shovels for probably 10 minutes. Subscribe if you want to, no pressure. Look after yourselves, stay safe, stay sane, and I'll catch you in the next one.
Once more into the fire, once more into the burn.